I was born in Florida and I lived there until I was 8, and then I moved with my father to North Carolina, specifically Roanoke Island, which is a little island on the East Coast. There wasn't really a whole lot to do there. You know, it was either be outside, do nature things, or go crazy from boredom. So, you know, I had already had like a really good, healthy relationship with the natural world, and it just kind of made like sense that my art would also be about that kind of thing. I had an art therapist when I was like 9, I think, and my first like really I had drawing, like painting, markers, that kind of stuff, little watercolors. But when I took the art therapy, I had really more formal instruction from my therapist then, using like charcoal drawings, and that was like really wonderful. And I think that's like really where I developed a good like sense of like light and tonal values. And then from there, I had after school art lessons all through middle school and a bit into high school. And it wasn't until I was in high school that I really started doing photography. Like I had little like disposable cameras, but it wasn't anything like really formal before that point in terms of, you know, photographing things. But once I got to high school, I took some photography classes, and from there it just kind of escalated. It wasn't until I started photography in undergrad that I like really got serious about my nature photography and went more from like a generalized view to something that was more specific in terms of like my subject matter. And so I began focusing almost exclusively on insects, invertebrates, you know, insects, arachnids, and other like microflora, so like moss and that kind of stuff, because I was using a macro lens, so I was getting like really, really close up and like blowing these things up. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in pine forests and also on the coast, because the island that I lived on was, you know, fairly small. So like, you know, walking from one end of it to the other to either get to the sound or across a bridge to the ocean wasn't too difficult. So like I experienced a very wide variety of you know, environmental scapes. One of the most impactful places, there's a place called Jockey's Ridge, and it's nothing but mountainous sand dunes. And like when you're in there, it looks like you're in a desert, and it's just, it's surreal almost. Yeah.